Hey yo guys, girls, and everyone in between. This is Rebellious Pastry here. Sorry that I'm late again. I wasn't late last week. The last hobby interview show was late though. But sorry. Anyways, we're here now, so let's be happy about it. Um I don't even have my questions up because my web Discord um my web Discord was giving me a hard time. But yeah, anyways, why don't you introduce yourself even though most of the people who have been here before know who you are.
Hey y'all, it's me, the Ice Elemental.
Cool.
Yeah, I've been here a couple times.
Yeah, did you share the stream link with your fans over at your channel or no?
I don't think I have.
Cool.
Oh God.
You can pull it right from my channel if you want to. Also,
Yeah.
can you please do you have a wrench over on my YouTube? I need to pull back open. I need to pull
I can
back
pull it up on my end.
open. Yeah, I'm gonna pull up the stream, but please pull up your channel. I'm wondering if you have a wrench on my channel. If not, I will fix that. Do you have a wrench?
Okay. Nice, nice. Alright, let me give you my channel link.
I'm.
Here you go.
Thank you. Also, thank you for the reminder that I need to put my put my status on do not disturb so we don't hear beep 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 beep. Cool.
Yep.
And then can you please type in my chat and I want to see if you have a blue wrench because I want to fix
Alright.
that if you don't.
Alright, I'm logging into the stream right now.
Cool. But yeah, um, thank you to the people who were watching this or going to be watching this later for your patience.
Yeah.
But yeah, um, anyways, as we get all the channel stuff figured out, I'm gonna ask you my next question for you, which you probably can read. You can probably predict all of the questions as if, like, you can read the back of your hand. But, anyways, what, um, so what are your pronouns, Ice?
He, him.
And what is going to be the hobby that I'm going to be interviewing you
This
for
hobby
today?
is gonna be about biking.
Ooh, biking. You mean the stationary bike, right?
The stationary bike?
It's a workout equipment
Oh
machine.
no, like the actual bike.
I just had to throw that joke in there. But yeah, anyways, I
Alright, I typed in chat.
cool. Um, all right. Um, so let me pull up your chat. Um, and then since we already know that you have a channel, I'm gonna basically um have the do you have any social media questions turn into tell me if you have any new updates about your channel.
New updates. Okay, so since I'm still in like a deep semester of college, um, videos are still gonna be sparse because it has been a while since I've posted. Yes, I know, but I do have some stuff coming, like cooking for 2025. So I guess stay tuned for that.
Cooking? You're gonna be making videos about cooking?
I can't cook.
Me neither. What is wrong with us? A lot, but that's beside the point here. Um. Anyways, so I already asked you what your hobby is for today. How long have you
Yeah.
been biking?
I first learned biking at the age of 4.
Wow, all the way back then? That's a
Yeah, and
long
yeah.
time. Are you including when you used training wheels in that number?
I don't think so.
Anyways, how did you find biking?
Um, Shoot, that's a good question. I don't really know how I found biking. Maybe I just saw like bikes and I thought like, that'd be cool to like ride one of those. Or maybe it's from kids shows that like had characters biking or something.
That's fair.
I was like remember this is coming from like 4-year-old me. I can barely
Yeah,
remember anything from back then.
that's fair. Even my first memory is from when I was 5, not 4.
My earliest memory, I think, was like my 4th birthday.
My earliest memory um is of me puking mandarin oranges by a pool because I was too nervous about a swim test.
Oh,
We love how my first ever memory is about puking. But that's not what the show is about today, folks. Just wanted to mention that. Anyway, but um why are you interested in biking current day?
um, current day, I like biking because I get to adventure more, like see more stuff, get to take more photos, go places, just
You,
see stuff.
you know, one could do that with a car.
I know, but I don't have a car.
Oh. But then again, you could say, Pastry, look who's talking. The dude without a license. But yeah, anyways, that is a fair reason of, um, of, sorry, of why are you interested? Or how did you find it? Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like you melted together how did you find it and why are you interested in it, which is a very common thing for people to do on the show.
Yeah, they go hand in hand.
Yeah. It's just sometimes people don't put them together, so that's why I have them separate on the sheet.
That makes
But
sense.
anyways, would so since you already answered the why do you do it, I'm going to ask a clarifying question of do you do it mostly for a hobby or do you do it mostly for a mode of transport?
Both.
All right, that's fair. Because if you said that it was mostly um just for a mode of transportation, then I'd ask you why did you hop on the show for this? But since you didn't, we're fine. uh
Yeah.
and then how much does it cost? I'm gonna yes, this includes the cost of the bike. Yes, this includes if you go anywhere often that requires like a fee, like if you were to ride in a national park or something. Yes, this includes any costs that if you have a bike lock, I'm gonna make you include your bike lock. Um And yeah, you get the point though, right?
Oh, yeah. So, funnily enough, my bike lock came with my bike, the one that I have right now.
Ha ha. Did,
So, all right. So the bike that I have now, it's an electric bike. I got it for Christmas, and I think my parents said it was like $1,300, something like that. Or, no, no, no. It was like 800 something.
wow. Is
And to get around, it doesn't really cost that much to get around. I do have to use the bus like as assistance, and usually it's like 60 cents per fare, so it's not really that really like not really that expensive.
that's nice. I'm not gonna say where I am right now and where my house is, but also, I forgot to mention this at the beginning of the show, but if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Just I ask people to either mark the question with at rebellious pastry and or a donut emoji so that we know that you're talking to us, not each other. But please keep in mind that we still do moderate the chat, moderate every chat. Um, so if you are mean to anyone in the chat, then I will find you in the chat, of course, and then I'll do whatever I need to about it. But yeah, anyway, is Detroit one of yours, or is he new here?
Oh, Detroit, that's one of my friends.
Cool.
It's good, Detroit.
Um. Anyways, there we go with announcements. I forgot to say that at the beginning of the show. I tend to say that multiple times too. And just so you guys know, we're gonna ask all the questions after we get the preset ones done because the preset ones are asked every episode. And then
Okay.
but yeah. And then I feel like you kind of answered this already, but would you say biking is a one cost or is it something one cost hobby or is it something that you keep on paying for?
Um, it kind of depends on what I'm doing. So for the bike itself, it's a one-time thing. But if I'm going to be using the bus often, it's multiple.
That's fair. Um the thing that I meant to say earlier before I got distracted by figuring out who Detroit was. How are we doing today? We're doing pretty good. But please keep in mind that we are solely doing a hobby interview show about biking. But um, I will mention that on Friday, I'm gonna be doing a salty single stream, which is basically going to be our annual Valentine's Day show where we make fun of Valentine's Day. Ice will not be on there because he told me he doesn't want to be on there. Um, because he's on this one instead, which I let him be on both. I'll let you know more about Salty Singles after this show, though. And then why did I accidentally do announcements in the middle of the questions? Anyways, enough tangents. How much does it cost? Is it a one cost or is it something you keep on paying for? I already asked that. Do you make any money off of biking? You could
No.
actually get very creative with the answer of do you make money off of biking?
So
Because
I wish.
that's fair. But think about all the money you save by not having a car.
Oh, yeah, that is correct. Because I don't have to like spend money on gas. And it's an electric bike, so I can just recharge it.
Yeah. How do you recharge your bike?
Oh, it's a plug.
Cool. And
I
also,
Yeah.
And also, Detroit, we already answered the whole when he started biking question, but we can answer it again. I see, when did you start biking?
I started biking when I was like 4 years old.
Okay, so you don't have any like super secret backstory on how you decided to start biking?
Not really.
And then let's see. Um and then here's the question I've made fun of your answer for previous episodes. Are you ready for this, or do you want to guess what question I'm about
Um,
to ask?
Dude, I think I know what it is.
Tell me which
Is
question it is.
is it the would you recommend it to others?
No, we're not at that point yet,
Okay.
but that's in the sheet later. But this is the one I made fun of you for in your gaming version, in the gaming version of this episode of this show.
Oh,
Which is, are you ready?
yeah.
Um, how many hours a week do you typically spend on it?
Oh, it's this question.
Yeah.
Um, how many hours a week? Let's see. A typical bike ride takes me. Ah, shoot. Hold on. I need to actually calculate this.
Oh man. At least you're not
So,
like 70 hours a week on gaming, or did you say
yeah, no.
60?
I don't remember at this point.
I remember it being a very laughable number.
Yeah. Um, so funnily enough, I bike back and forth to my classes like every day. So basically, it takes me about like 4 minutes or so to get from my dorm to my classes. So I think I'd say about like a couple hours a week. But like every now and then I'll go biking for like the entire day, and that'll take me like 10 hours.
Do you tend to
So
do you tend to do your big icy's bike adventure often? Icy's
um
big Icy's big Icy's big biking adventure. I'll have to make that name more choppy, but less choppy, but continue.
but yeah, I usually do a lot more biking during the summer.
All right, I want to re-ask the how many hours a week do you spend on this a little differently because of the fact that it's a more of a seasonal thing for you. So, in the winter slash when it's not summer, you would say it about a few hours a week, right?
Yeah.
How many hours a week do you typically spend on biking in the summer?
That is a lot more. Um, for that, I would say so like on certain days I'd be out for like almost the entire day. And I think I biked like 3 days a week, so I'd say like maybe 30 hours. I don't know.
Wow, that's a lot of biking.
Yes, I do a lot of exploring.
That's fair. I mean, you did an episode on traveling as well, I think.
Yeah.
Um, and then how easy is it to have other hobbies?
Um, to have other hobbies, shoot, I got a lot of them. It's kind of difficult to juggle them all.
I'm asking if you were to do biking, how easy would it be to have a hobby other than biking?
Um, so other than biking, um,
Must be pretty easy because you have other hobbies and a lot of other
yeah.
hobbies.
Yeah.
Just so you know, Detroit, I'm just making fun of Ice because we're just those type of guys. Ain't that
Yeah.
right, AC?
Yeah.
Anyways, I feel like he'd be concerned if I weren't to at least joke with him a little bit. Ain't that right?
Yeah.
Um. Also, would you consider biking to be a social hobby?
Okay, that's a good question because I know I've seen like lots of like biking groups like around where I'm from, and like I'd say that's social, but for me, like for myself, I'm very antisocial when it comes to biking. Like I'm always on the move, always by myself.
That's fair. And then this is gonna be a kind of a funny question for this specific episode, but I'm still gonna ask it just for
Okay.
the fun of it, which is how easy is it to work with others?
Ooh. This is an interesting question.
Yeah, yeah. I ask this every episode. Wait, have you seen? All right, when I saw this question on the sheet, you want to know the first thing I thought of?
What?
Have you seen those bikes with like two seats and two sets of pedals?
Yeah.
That was the first thing I thought of when I was asking this question.
Oh my goodness.
But you can translate that question however you wish.
Of course. So, as you know, I bike by myself, so if I wanted to work with others, I really can't.
Like I said.
Now,
Continue.
now, like, I know my parents have tried to get my siblings to get bikes, like ride bikes and stuff, but they haven't learned yet.
That's fair. I'm just laughing at your at the whole double bike thing again. You've seen those, right?
Yes.
Would
Actually,
you ever
have you
try
like?
one of those?
Oh, I don't freaking know. Have you seen those moving bars? They have everybody pedaling.
What are the moving bars?
Like actual like bars that move. Like they got bar stools and they have pedals.
Oh, what? What the heck?
You haven't seen those?
No.
Oh,
um, moving bars biking. Oh man, that'd be an interesting concept. Bike, bar, bike, gang. Oh, pedal pub.
huh?
No, wait, I'm seeing how it's like pedal pub, the original party bike.
Yeah.
Now I've seen a picture of. I guess that's one way you could work together on a bike. I didn't even think of this thing.
Yeah.
um, I'm gonna send a picture of the thing I found and also share it up on the stream so people can see. So like that.
That is exactly what I'm talking about.
How easy do you think it would be to work one of those things?
Oh, probably super difficult.
Yeah, I feel like it'd be because one dude wouldn't pedal. I have a feeling one dude wouldn't pedal. And it'd be like, come
Yeah.
on, dude, pull your own weight, man. Oh, man. I'm just thinking about how much of a nightmare that'd be. I wished that I was correct on the whole you can't really work together on a bike, but sadly, I am not right with that. So,
Aw.
congrats, you just unlocked a new nightmare of mine. I'm kind of kidding. But anyways, I'm still laughing at how I learned about a bar bike combo. Would I want to try it? That's debatable. It would depend on who else was with me, honestly.
That makes sense.
And now the question with this thing is, would the bartender be pedaling?
No, the bartender will be steering.
I would want to be the bartender for it then. Not gonna lie.
That makes sense.
I'd want to be the bartender. But yeah. Anyways, I think we got a little too off track, but we're still on track since we're still talking about a bike.
Yeah.
I'm just anyways, how has biking helped you? And feel free to answer this question in every way possible.
Biking has honestly given me more like a peace of mind, honestly.
That's fair. Um like physically, mentally, both.
Mentally.
Have you met any new friends because of your bike?
I feel like I don't know.
Here's the thing that we were talking about with bar, the the trolley pub. It's a wait. It is a trolley. This thing's not a bike. Close enough.
Yeah.
Uh. um. Anyways, enough about the trolley pub. Um. Anyways, how else has biking helped you?
I've gotten exercise out of it.
Any other ways?
Um, I don't know. I guess it's made me brave to explore more. I don't know.
That's fair. And then with everything that has an up or everything in life has a downside. You can't ever say that something has no downside. So what is the downside to biking?
The downside to biking. You gotta be alert.
Any other downsides?
Let's see. What else? I guess. Ah, shoot. That's a good one. Not all cities are designed with bikes in mind.
Oh man. Yeah.
Because the U.S. is such a car-oriented country.
Yeah. What is the other downsides?
Um, I guess maintenance, I guess.
I guess so. Um, is there any other downsides, or are we good to go to the next question?
I think we're good to go to the next one.
Let's go roll on to the next question. Um, which is the golden $1,000,000 question. That is the whole reason of why one would ever do this show, which you already guessed in the existence of this show, which is, would you recommend biking to others.
Absolutely. Like if you want to get adventure, like out of your system, like you just want to see stuff, get some exercise, and just have some fun. Like absolutely.
That sounds nice. I probably would want to go on a bike ride with you. Now that's depending on how fast you go, because I don't want to get lost in the middle of your state or my
Don't worry,
state.
I'm good with directions.
Or my state. No, I'm saying if you go too fast.
Ah, shoot.
You and your tall legs, or at least I think you're tall.
It's 5'10" tall.
Taller than 5'2.5". It's tall enough for you to be like, oh, you cute little shorty, and pat my head. Please don't, though. Please don't do that.
You're good. I'm not that type of person.
I would probably get mad and then you be like, oh, what a cute little mad person.
Oh my freaking goodness.
Anyways, all jokes aside, shoot, I'm also Detroit. This would be a perfect time to ask questions. I'm just trying to figure out. And also, if you happen to ask a question that you missed, this stream will be open forever. So, unless YouTube decides to say bye-bye to me and its entire platform. So, if I said we already answered something, then feel free to go back and watch if you would like. And yeah, so where do you like to go on your bike? If you feel comfortable at answering that.
So for me, I'm the first part, or hold on, let me collect my thoughts. So, the first place I usually go to on bikes are usually like trails or parks, because like those are some nice areas for like photos and stuff.
Sorry,
But
but
sometimes I'll bike over to like museums or such, maybe the mall.
oh man, I'm just imagining you biking to the mall, then like buying something that's too big to bike home, so you're trying to bike home with it anyways.
Oh God. Actually, last Saturday, um, with the assistance of the bus system, of course, I took my bike over to a Spanish mall, and I bought myself a bismuth crystal.
Oh, what?
You know bismuth, right?
Is that a type of rock?
Kind of. Bismuth, it's the 83rd element of the periodic table.
Oh my god.
And it looks really cool. I'll DM you the thing.
Cool. Actually, can you please email it to me? I'll send you the email address, but like I want to show it to the stream, but Discord is very weird with how how it has me save files and my Streamlabs hates the Discord image files, and it's weird. So please email it to
weird.
that. Thank you.
Alright.
Anyways, right, we're done with the preset questions. Cool.
Yeah.
My brain was just like, where am I in this show? But yeah, anyways. I'm thinking of questions at the moment. Feel free, Detroit. I know this isn't a question based off of the hobby interview show, but is Detroit a online or an IRL friend?
Online.
Oh, I'm also an online friend. Hey.
Yeah.
Um. Anyways, do you prefer to bike ride on the street or on the sidewalk? Um.
Actually, so where I live, some of the streets have bike lanes, designated bike lanes.
Ooh. I've seen some of those designated, um, bike lanes even in my small tiny town.
Well, I'm from somewhere big.
Um, but but then again, in my town, the roads are big enough for tanks. So, of course, we have enough room for bike lanes.
Yeah.
Which I sometimes use those bike lanes to walk when I don't necessarily want to walk on a snow covered sidewalk or accidentally have my foot fall in a ditch.
Some people bike, or not bike, some people park in the bike lanes, and that gets kind of annoying.
Yeah. Um, did you ever ride a bike before there was the bike lane or in somewhere that um and then
Yeah.
yeah. And then Detroit has another question, which is what is your favorite place to check out while biking out of all the places you mentioned or a place that you haven't mentioned yet?
My favorite place to bike to, that is a very good question, because I've been to so many places, it's really hard to choose a favorite. Um,
Hmm.
I'm trying to remember some of my favorites.
Why don't you list a few of them and then let's be like, out of those, which one's your favorite?
Okay. So one of my favorite places to bike to is a place called the Galleria. It's this gigantic mall. Yeah, it's a gigantic mall on the west side of Houston.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's huge. There's like a whole water wall. There's an ice rink in there. Yeah, real nice. Um, another place I really like. Another place I really like going to is the museum district. The museum district is really nice. You have the Natural Science Museum and the Museum of Fine Arts. Both of them I've been to like multiple times. I freaking love museums.
That's fair. I haven't been in I
Yeah.
haven't been to any of the museums in my town yet.
Ah.
Then again, I
So let's
spend
see.
a lot of time at work, so there's that.
Okay. Another one of my favorite places that I've been to is a place called Herman Park. It's this gigantic like green space that's got like a theater, a lake, like a reflection pool, a whole zoo.
A zoo in a zoo in a
Yes.
park.
Yes, a zoo and a park.
Why isn't it considered a park in a zoo?
Because the park surrounds the zoo.
Okay. Anyway, continue.
The medical center is awesome. Clear Lake is very beautiful.
Dang,
And also just
you're making me want to go.
yeah. Well, let's come down.
Yeah. Also, why is it that you didn't mention how sore your legs get after biking as a downside?
I completely forgot about that. Yes. My bike's or I mean, I have an electric bike, so it shouldn't be as big of a problem now, but before I got that, oh my God, my legs would be sore.
Do you pedal on them?
Especially if your
Oh,
bike,
continue.
huh?
Continue.
Like especially, yeah. All right, especially if it's in hot weather. Like down
Ouch.
here, temperatures can soar up to like 90s and possibly even 100 degrees.
Ouch. Ouch. Um,
Yeah.
it's electric.
But
Anyway,
now that I have like an electric bike, you were saying before, yes, I can pedal on it. There's a pedal assist feature on it.
okay. Interesting how you use an electric bike when your name is Ice. Wouldn't the electricity melt the ice?
Would it?
But nah. I out of all of my friends, I like to joke about your name the most.
I mean, it catches a lot of strays, I guess.
Yeah. Um anyways, so um sorry to interrupt the answer to the what is your favorite place to check out while biking with my how is it that you never with my question, but out of all those places, where's your favorite place to bike?
Out of all of those places, actually, I'd say my favorite place is one that I haven't gotten mentioned yet.
Continue mentioning places then.
Um, for me, it would probably be downtown Houston.
Ooh.
Like seeing all the skyline, like seeing the skyline while you just bike through it, like I just love that. It just makes you feel free.
Ooh. I know this is gonna
And like,
sound
yeah.
this is gonna sound like a specific kind of question, but have you ever considered like um going um going on a bike to go or like taking your lunch with you on your bike and going out for a picnic?
I think I've done that.
I've done that too. Have
Yeah, there's a lot of green spaces, so I could definitely sit down some lunch somewhere.
yeah,
Neat.
that's fair. Um, have you ever fallen off your bike? And if so, tell me stories about how you've fallen off your bike.
Ah, shoot, it's a good one.
Why did you mention that during your downsides?
Because I don't know if I'd be consider that one. Never considered it at the time. But like last month I fell off my bike because it was raining.
Ouch.
It was cold, it was rainy, and the freaking ground was slippery, so I had braked and I just slipped and fell.
Ouch. Um, one time I the one time I remember seriously falling off my bike. There was actually two times, but one time I got sidetracked. I think I got sidetracked by a cool car and ended up falling right next to it. I
Uh,
was with my dad at the time, and let's just say that the dude whose car it was wasn't necessarily happy that I was by his car.
oh,
Um, my dad got annoyed because this dude cared more about his car than me and if I was okay. And then
dang.
the other time, I think I don't remember how exactly I fell, but like um it was one of those like bike flipped over situations. And I think I
Okay.
and I think I might have like I definitely remember like having my chin hit the handlebar and
That makes sense.
yeah. I think I the only thing I did was scrape my knees though, other than hurt my chin. I didn't break anything though. But anyways, do you have any other stories about falling off your bike?
Um,
Rememberable ones?
memorable ones. I don't I don't think so. Not that I can recall at the moment.
Please let me know if you remember any more as this show goes on.
Okay.
Um, another random question. Do you have a dude's bike or a girl's bike?
I'd say I'd say it's a guy's bike, question mark?
Um, the guy's the guy's bike has like, do you know the difference?
No.
Um, which I don't understand why this is, but the guy's bike has like, um, has a handlebar, um, or has like the top bar be like, I'm gonna have to show you. It's hard to explain, but like, let's see. Um, so like the bar is like straight across from the handle side to the seat side, like it's straight across, versus the girl's bike it's like slanted downwards.
Huh. Oh, mine is straight across.
Cool. I was just curious, but there we go. Um, and then girl's bike. I think the reason of why the girl's bike is like more, or I'm gonna search women's bike because it's, I don't want like tricycles. Um, what color is your bike?
It's black.
I have a pink bike that I don't really
Okay.
use, but that's a very exaggerated example. But yeah, the women's bike has a lower bar where the seat and where the seat and the handlebars are. It's like slanted. It's so that it's easier to get on and off.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But yeah, how fast can your bike go?
It goes up to 30 miles per hour.
Wow. So you could actually get on the road, some roads with that thing,
In theory.
in theory. How long is the battery life on your electric bike?
I don't really know exactly how long, but I know it can last me like I think like an entire day.
Wow. And then, so when you used a normal bike, um, tell me your experiences with the normal bike.
Okay.
Tell me some
So
experience. Oh, continue.
I guess I guess when it comes to experiences with my original bike, like I remember the bike that I used to use before this one is like really old because I've had it for like years on end.
Wow.
That one's been on some long adventures.
Explain those long adventures.
Okay. I'm gonna have to look through a lot of my photos because that's how I remember through a lot of my stuff.
That's fair.
See, I remember the longest bike ride I took with my normal bike. is basically I took a well, this is of course bus assisted because I use the metro system. But
Mhm.
the nearest bus stop to from the place where I live originally is like 5 miles.
A few
So I got to bike
miles.
5 mile. I got to bike like 5 miles from my house to get to the bus stop, and then I take the bus to downtown, eat at a little pizza joint because pizza joint's really good, and then catch another bus all the way down to the Bay Area, so that way I can bike like another 5 miles just to get to Clear Lake.
How do you not lose your bike with all the what do you call it?
Transfers.
Yep,
I keep an eye on it.
that's good. But yeah, um, that's good that you keep track of it. Where does the bike go when you go on the bus? Does it go on the front?
It goes in the front.
Hmm. Um, let's see. Um, do you tend to pass a lot of people who are walking their dogs?
Not a lot. I do see the occasional dog walker,
Do you try to
especially
pet?
in the park areas.
Do you try to pet the dog when that happens, or just pass them?
I just pass them.
That's fair. Um, let's see. I'm trying to think of like how many questions can I ask you about biking itself versus where you're going with it. Um, how often do you have to repair your bike?
Not often.
And what kind of repairs
I
do you have to make on it?
um let's see. One, I do have to readjust the shield on my front wheel because it keeps rubbing on the actual tire itself. So I think a nut came loose.
Oh
So I just have
no!
it currently zip tied.
Oh no!
Yeah,
And you said you use your bike every day? Almost every day?
almost every day. Yes,
Wow. Would you say that your bike is the best gift you've ever gotten?
almost.
Almost. What's better than getting your bike?
A PC.
Okay. Now that is understandable. But yeah. Um what other questions can I ask you that is more related about the bike itself versus um like where you go with it. Let me see. So what's the difference between a motorbike and a motorcycle?
Let's see.
Or
I'd say
an electric
motorcycles
bike?
like
An electric bike versus a motorcycle. That's
well,
what I
okay, so
meant.
that's an interesting question. So like I'd say there's like a spectrum between a regular bike and a motorcycle. You have regular bikes, then you have electric bikes, then there's motorbikes, and then motorcycles.
What the heck?
Yes,
Wait.
because I have a friend who has a motorbike.
So the order is regular bike, electric bike, motorbike, motorcycle.
Yes.
What's the difference between a motorbike and a motorcycle?
Motorcycles are larger, they make loud noises. motorbikes are smaller. You can actually pedal on them.
Wow. Um. Oh man. Would you ever want to ride a motorcycle, or would you rather just go with your electric bike?
Just my electric bike.
That's
Motorbikes are too loud for me.
that's fair.
Or yeah, motorbikes or motorcycles.
That's fair. Um, let's see. Do you have a bell on your bike?
I don't have a bell, but I have a horn.
Oh. How often do you have to honk your horn?
Not really a lot.
Beep 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 beep. No?
It's a pretty loud horn too.
Wow. Have you ever almost died because of a bike ride at all?
I don't know. I mean, probably. I don't know.
Because I know a friend, an IRL of mine, who never wants to get on this show, once got hit by a truck
Ooh,
while riding his bike.
dang.
We're lucky to still have him.
Yeah.
But yeah. Um we're lucky to still have him. Man. How dangerous would you say it is to ride a bike in your city?
Um, in a big city like Houston, I'd say pretty risky.
Um how many minutes do you save by riding your bike versus walking?
I'd save a lot of time.
Wow.
Getting from my dorm to my class would take about like 30 minutes. But with my bike, I can get there in like 4 minutes flat.
Wow. Do you use the pedals when you get to class, or do you just ride it?
Both.
That's fair. Um, so with the electric bike, does it replace pedaling, or does it just
Not
make it
really.
so that you have to do less pedaling?
Less pedaling.
Okay.
Because
Be-
as you start pedaling, the electric turns on and you go faster.
oh, that makes
That's what
more
pedal assist
sense.
is.
I thought, okay. I thought it was one of those you can either choose to have the bike be completely motorized or not motorized at all. I thought that's what a motorbike, or I thought that was what an electric bike was.
Nah.
But you can go faster with the pedaling. Now with your electric bike, um this is gonna sound like an odd question, but is it the faster you go, the harder you pedal, the faster you go, or does it not necessarily work that way?
Doesn't really work that way.
Dang. What else? Um, so what happens if you pedal harder slash faster?
Oh, then the electric just keeps up with it.
That's fair. So how do you make it go like 30 miles an hour?
You just you can either just pedal till you reach that because my bike has a speedometer. Or you can just literally legit use the electric till it reaches 30.
Now my question is, could a cop pull you over if you're going 30 miles an hour. In a 20-mile-an-hour speed limit range, but you're on a bike, not in a car. Can you?
I don't know. I never thought about that.
Can you get a speeding ticket?
I don't know.
Oh man, I feel like if I had a motorbike, I probably would try it to see if I'd get a speeding ticket.
Oh my goodness.
but
I wouldn't risk that.
But I feel like that. I feel like that. Eh, I feel like I would be let off with a warning, though. I feel like I'd be let off with a warning.
Probably.
Imagine if you were a cop, seeing an electric bike going 30 miles an hour in a 20 miles an hour zone, in a 20 miles per hour zone. Why can't I speak? that'd be interesting. Like, excuse me, sir. You're going 30 and a 20. What gives? I'm on a bike. Please do not take advice from me when it comes to this. I can come up with bad ideas. No, I'm just saying. For the record, I'm not encouraging people to go 30 in a 20 mile an hour zone on an electric bike. I'm not encouraging illegal activities. I'm just saying that I would do it to see if I get pulled over. It would be my own fault if I were to do that. So, yeah, I'm not advising that in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, of course.
Anyways, I'm just imagining the logistics of it. Oh man. Where's the hardest place to bike that you've ever biked?
The hardest place to bike that I've ever biked. Ooh, there's a couple of roads that just straight up don't have sidewalks.
Jeez.
So, yeah. So biking on those roads is freaking tough.
That's fair though. What do you
Because
tend to...
sometimes you gotta go in the grass, and that's really tough.
Oh man. For whatever reason, I thought about going on the road before going on the grass.
I mean, there's just some sections where I just gotta go on the road when traffic's clear.
Yeah. You get scared when that happens?
A little, but I'm a brave guy. Kinda.
That's fair. Kind of. But yeah.
Some of the minuscule things scare me.
That's fair. Like what scares you going on bike rides?
Oh, on bike rides, not much.
That's fair. Um, have you ever actually went 30 miles an hour on your bike?
I've gotten pretty close, like 29.1 or something like that.
Wow. How did it feel to go that fast?
Exhilarating.
Did it scare you?
A little.
Is there any places that you don't like biking? Or other than what you just said?
Probably anywhere in the hood, honestly.
That's fair. Because of, like, danger?
Yeah.
Now, before you would, so how does one ask this question? So whenever you decide to go on a long bike ride, what's all the stuff that you make 100% sure you have before you go on that bike ride?
Water. Water is the number one priority. Snacks, a portable charger, um, and my phone and my headphones, my wallet.
You didn't mention your helmet.
I don't have a helmet.
Why don't you have a helmet?
I just don't have one.
Bro, you need a helmet. You need a helmet.
Probably should.
You need a helmet. That's the first thing my parents told me to bring when I go on bike rides is a helmet. But yeah. But if you had a helmet on, then you couldn't have your headphones.
Yeah.
So you'd have to get some earbuds too, but it'd be worth it not to have not to be a risk to yourself during bike riding though. But yeah, what do you tend to bring for snacks?
Granola bars, Pringle chips,
Ooh.
crackers.
What flavor of Pringle chips?
Either original or like cheddar.
The cheddar ones have gotten worse over the years. Like they used to be really good until they took like half of the flavor off.
I can see that.
But yeah. Um um what else? Where else do you like going on your bike?
Where else do I like going? Um, what are some interesting places that I've been to? Oh, okay, this is a good one. So I sent you the I sent you the bismuth crystal through
No, you
email.
didn't.
I did?
You didn't.
Yeah, man.
Let's see. I never got your email. Let me check my junk mail. Nope. Spam? No.
That's
Um Actually, why don't you send it to me through DMs and I can screen snip it.
okay.
I don't know why I
I was about
didn't.
to say like that's much easier.
Yeah, I just didn't think of that originally. Oh wait, I got it. I got the email. It just
Oh,
didn't
okay.
load
There you go.
the first time. um, but yeah. Um, let's see. Now to remember how to screen snip. Snip. But anyways, why don't you tell us another story as I do this?
Okay. So the day I got that bismuth crystal, I saw that there was a place to look at bats.
Bats? What kind of bats? Baseball bats?
No, the anvil, not anvil, animal bats.
Oh, you know, I have a story about a bat. More like a
What?
story a story about 12 bats, but I'm going to make a video about it and I don't want to spoil it. I'll tell you after the show, though.
Okay.
Anyway,
Um.
continue.
So yeah. I got to see a bat colony fly out from under a bridge. It was the first time I ever saw bats.
You want to know? Actually, I'll tell you a part of the story now. But, you know what would be scary if you were to see a bat colony flying out, or at least a family of bats flying out of a cabin that you and some campers were supposed to be staying in.
Huh.
Anyways, continue with what you're saying.
But yeah, I went there Saturday, and it was the first time I ever saw bats. It was really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I honestly wished that my first time seeing bats wasn't when I was at camp trying to get children to sleep. And
And
then
when I was walking back to back to where my bike was, I just saw them flying over to me. They're making the freaking Batman symbol.
oh no. Also,
It was just really cool.
there's the pictures of the bismuth, which actually looks cool. And it doesn't just look like a boring old rock.
Yeah, I love bismuth. It's so pretty.
It is
So
pretty.
cool with it's square staircase patterns and such.
Yeah, that actually looks cool. Anyways, where did you get it again?
I got it from Spanish Mall.
Hmm. So where do you park your bike when you go to places like the mall? Do you park it in a parking spot, or do you um lock it up like a regular bike?
I like a regular bike.
That makes sense.
I find like the nearest bike rack or pole or railing. I just lock it there.
Hmm. Are you ever concerned that someone's gonna steal your bike?
Yeah.
That's fair.
But then again, I have my bike lock.
But some people can cut that bike lock.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's see. Where else do you like going with your bike?
What's another interesting area? Okay, here's another good one. Let's see, there's a little spot above the museum district called the Minot Collection. It's another like
Hmm,
little art exhibit type thing.
interesting.
Um, I took multiple pictures that day. Let me find them.
Cool.
Yeah, it was a very long day. I went to that mall. I got to see all these little sculptures and these little neon corridors. It was super cool. And then of course I got to watch the sunset. Like
Oh,
at I got to watch the sunset and the skyline. It was freaking beautiful.
that's
I'll send
nice.
you the photos.
But yeah, it seems like you. It seems like you like the you like the destination more than the journey.
I like them both because like you can really get to see the way you get there and everything that you pass.
But yeah, I just feel like with how this episode's going, it's very similar to when we did your hobby interview show on traveling. It's just different because we're talking more
Yeah.
about the transport, which is okay. But yeah, anyway, um, where else did you go with your bike?
I know I went to some park when it was like 100 degrees out.
Oh man, what do you tend to
Yeah,
do
that
when What do you tend to do when it's really hot?
Drink a lot of water.
Hmm.
Or either head to the nearest gas station and buy a drink.
That's fair.
Because sometimes water's not enough.
Like electrolytes?
Yeah.
Hmm. Um, what else? Um, is there, as I think of more questions, why don't you ask, is there, if you were in my position, if you were doing a hobby interview show on biking, what would be the questions you would ask on it and answer them?
Um, let's see.
Also,
I guess
I'm gonna screen snip your pictures, and I'm gonna have you talk about them after I
awesome.
screen snip it. But continue with what you were gonna say.
I guess for me it's just like what's my limit on how far I can go?
What's the answer to that?
Um, honestly, I don't think it really has an answer at this moment. Because if I tried enough, I could go wherever I want.
Wow. But yeah, so you don't think that there's any limit to where you could go?
I
I
mean, the
think
feasibility kind of exponentially goes down, like like the further you go out.
that's
Like, let's say
fair.
if I just wanted to go to a different part of town, like that'd be feasible. But if I wanted to jump from one city to the next, that would be a long journey.
Hmm. Also, do you tend to plug your electric bike in indoors or outdoors?
Indoors.
So you take it into your apartment or wherever you're staying and hook it
Yeah.
up as if you were to plug in your computer.
So the battery actually comes out of the bike, so I can plug that up independently.
Oh, that makes more sense. I guess if you have multiple batteries, if you have multiple batteries, I guess and you had them in your backpack, then you could theoretically go limitless places.
Yeah.
And then Detroit's like, no limits, just biking.
No limits, just biking.
Wow. Get these actually pretty rocks out of here. Get the bike bar out of here. Even though I had it hidden, I'm gonna just get rid of it for now. Um. The biker trolley definitely puts a new definition to biker bar.
Yeah.
um, I now have your images. Do you know if you have them in the same order on your end of the DMs as I do or no?
I hope I do.
All right. So is the let's see here. Is the path looking thing with a reddish brown reddish brown sand looking stuff or gravelish stuff on your left?
Oh yeah, it's all in the same order.
Cool. So why don't you talk about them in order from left to right, or like just talk about them in the order you want to. Just
Yeah,
specify which one you're
they're
talking
all
about.
they're all in order.
Cool.
So I took all these photos in the same day.
Wow.
Yeah. The first four are from the Manila collection.
So these are a museum?
Yeah,
Wow.
it's a free museum. You can pretty much check it out, like whenever you want, honestly. The uh the crack in the ground, I'm pretty sure it's called Rift. And yeah, it's a little sculpture made out of I think copper, I'm pretty sure.
Hmm.
And yeah, it exists in the ground. I know I have. Oh shoot, here it is. I can actually talk about these because I have the flyer for the Manel collection.
Hmm.
Let me. All right, so now that I have that, yeah, it's called Rift. The red Jack looking thing. Oh, it's just straight up called Jack.
Wow.
Yeah, it's taller than me. That's for sure.
So around like 6 foot or taller?
Oh, I'd say like around yeah, around like 6 foot, something like that.
Wow. What is its purpose?
Honestly, it's just a sculpture. There's multiple sculpture gardens or like multiple sculptures like scattered across the building,
Oh, hey, Team
and
Up.
that's one of them.
Hey, Team Up. Feel free to ask us questions um, about the about biking. Um, just please make sure you put the donut symbol or at Rebellious Pastry afterwards, so that we know that you're talking to us, not each other. Also, what's up? So we're doing a hobby interview show on biking. Is what's up? Me and the Ice Elemental. Um,
Hello.
and then oh yeah, are you done talking about your images, or did I get distracted
No.
with ice? Not ice, Team Mop.
I'm still talking about them.
Okay, continue.
The third and fourth images are from the Richmond Hall.
Ooh.
They so these are just little. It's just this wide open space with all these colors and stuff. Don't stare directly into them or up close. But you could definitely film like a music video in there.
Wow.
Yeah, it's super wide open space, super colorful, very pretty. And I'm just a huge fan of neon lights.
Hmm.
Uh, photo number five. This is of course a sunset. It was taken at a place called Post, which is on like the north side of downtown Houston. And yeah, I just got and like to the left of us is the skyline, so you could just see the skyline while the sun sets to your right. It was very serene. And then of course, the last photo is of course Main Street in downtown. Pretty lights.
Hmm. This I Team Up. I told you to ask questions about biking. This is not. Is this a good? Wait, is this good? Good donut for communication. Yep, that's the exact one I used. Sorry, I thought you were asking me for the Q&A. For a Q&A question, but yeah, that donut's good. I just wanted to make sure that you were talking to just wanted to make sure that you were talking to us about staying on topic basically. But yeah, also ice continue unless you're done now.
Yeah, I talked about all the photos.
Cool. Which one's your favorite?
My favorite is probably the last one, the one with all the lights.
Ooh, that is a lot of lights.
Like
Um,
I just love downtown skylines. That's why I bike through downtown so much.
I don't like cities. They're very noisy.
I mean, I guess that's fair, but like this downtown is a lot quieter.
Too noisy, too busy. Just ain't it for me.
I mean, this ain't New York. New York is loud.
Oh man. um has ice from Detroit. Um any do you have any places that you haven't biked to yet that you would like to go? And if
There
so,
are
where?
uh, there are multiple locations that I want to bike to. Um, there's there's one place like on the far west side that I want to go to. Um, I know it's another mall, but it's in this little town called Katy. Like, yeah, it's a really nice mall. It's got like a little toy, not a toy, but like a small kiddie train that runs through it. It's really nice.
Ooh.
Another place that I want to bike to is a place on the far east side called the Kima Boardwalk. And it's this cool little pier area with like all these like restaurants and roller coasters. It's really cool.
Um that's cool. Anywhere else?
Anywhere else? Okay, on the north side. So on the north side of Houston, there's this little town called the Woodlands, and there's this mall that I really want to go to. Like it's this really nice uh really nice mall, the Woodlands Mall. Um South of that is the Woodlands Waterway. It looks really nice on Google Maps. I just really hope I can get the chance to take photos of it because um, I've been near there once, but I never got to actually see it in person. So yeah, I'm kind of just a park seeker. As yeah,
Um Yeah, my bad. I was just responding to Team Up because he already asked a question that we've answered twice during this show. But it's
okay,
still a good question. It's a good enough question that we've already got asked that twice. So, it's so
yeah.
good we already answered it. Um where else would you want to go?
Another, let's see, what's another place that I wanna visit one time? Sometime. That'd be an interesting spot. Maybe I do want to check out this bridge on the east side, like on the far east side
Ooh. Any specific reason why?
for photos.
Ooh, that'd be pretty.
Um, Another reason I just remembered another reason why I just do biking.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Also,
I
also
do.
oh, continue.
Another reason why I do biking, like for recently, is for location scouting. Location scouting
Oh, cool. Um,
for filming spots.
cool. All right. Team Up asked another question, but since you since you already have mentioned how you ride your electric bike often, I want to ask you, um, or actually, I'm gonna just ask this question as is. But what types of bikes would you, ideally ride? Also, just so you know, I'm not answering any bike related questions because the show isn't about me. But anyways, so what type of bikes would you ideally ride? Let's say you had the budget, like all the money in the world to get yourself a bike. What kind of bike would you ride?
Um, Honestly, something similar to the one I have right now, like half electric. It's one that's built for more so street and not off-road, because I had an off-road bike before.
You know,
And yeah,
you know what? That your answer to that question just ended up giving me a whole new realm of questions to ask, which is, have you actually went off-road biking?
Ooh, I don't know. I mean, I guess because I have biked through a lot of grassy patches before.
I mean, that's literally the definition of off-road, but
Eh,
that
So
wasn't
I guess yeah.
necessarily that wasn't necessarily what I meant. Just like off-roading paths. Just like things that were built for off-roading, not you just stumbling around in the grass.
Probably not.
Also, I'm gonna answer the what type of bike would I ideally ride, which is I personally like, even though my town has a lot of biking stuff, I personally prefer to go on foot versus riding on a bike, just because it's easier to navigate where I'm going on foot versus on a bike for me. It's kind of hard to explain. I'm just
I can see that.
I'm just interviewing Ice about biking because he's my guest, and that is a hobby that he has. But yeah. Um so um think you'd ever want to go on more like off-road biking
Honestly,
adventures, or
yeah.
no? Yeah, that's good. Where all would you want to go off-roading to?
Um, I don't really know. Anywhere foresty, maybe somewhere deserty. I don't know.
I feel like biking in sand would be difficult.
I get, yeah. But that's what gears are for.
But yeah, um, so I'm gonna um expand on the question of, for any places you haven't biked to yet, where would you like to go? I'm gonna expand that question by saying, is there any places out of state that you would like to bike on? Like, let's say you go somewhere and rent a bike. Where would you want to take that bike?
Short answer, everywhere.
Wow. No, I want a
I'm a very
longer answer,
adventurous
dude.
person.
I want to.
Okay. But so if I had to rent a bike somewhere, oh my gosh, I don't know. There's so many places I haven't explored. But for me, I'd love to like ride my bike somewhere like near the sea. So like maybe like Galveston or like Florida. Like that would be really fun.
Hmm. Again, with me thinking about the biking in sand.
We're not going to be biking on the sand.
Why did I instantly think about biking on the sand when you're mentioning beach biking? And here's where you would say that I am a very landlocked bread roll.
Oh.
Very, very red. I almost said bread locked. Landlocked bread roll. There's no natural beaches where I'm at.
Dang.
Think you'd ever want to go mountain biking?
That sounds fun though.
Ooh, mountain biking. All right, now I know. Now I know what you're gonna want to do. When you visit
Yeah.
Mountain biking.
What do you mean? You guys have natural beaches.
No! This is Colorado!
Y'all got lakes with beaches.
I wouldn't count those! I'm
They got
talking...
sand. They got water.
Bro, if this was a on-camera show, you would see how much I'm rolling my eyes right now. But I still love you platonically, of course.
Yeah.
Anyways, I love you enough to roll my eyes on my show and yet still have you on, so that says something.
Yeah.
But yeah, all jokes aside, do you have any more like off-roading bike ideas or mountain biking ideas that you want to try if you had the chance?
I don't really know.
That's fair. Yeah. That's so fair though. Um hey
Kind of miss.
hey Donut Bats, do you guys have any other questions? Do you also Ice, I'm gonna ask you this question again. If you had the job of interviewing somebody for biking on a hobby interview show, what question would you ask?
See, I already said that one, so man, I'm trying to think.
I I tend to have like people being like, I don't know what questions to ask when I go down to that question. But then again,
Yeah.
I guess that's just a sign that I'm a good interviewer if people don't know what to ask at the end. Have you considered bike riding in the snow? I know that your place don't really have snow, but if you had a lots of snow, would you still bike in it?
So, funnily enough, a couple weeks ago, it snowed for the first time in 3 years down here.
Did you still go biking?
No,
That's fair.
the roads are super slippery.
Yeah, so your answer to that is no.
Yeah, no.
Um what else? Um I'm gonna connect your biking hobby with your animating hobby here for the next one, but um since you've already covered animation, I'm gonna ask you on this episode: would you ever consider animating yourself biking?
Um, I don't know what I would use that for.
I don't know. I was thinking more like about like story timing, but that's what I do. That's what I
Yeah,
do.
I don't know.
That's fair. Um, yeah. Let's see. What other questions do I have? What is your least favorite weather condition to go biking in? That you've
Um,
actually went biking in?
Thunderstorm?
That's so fair. For whatever reason, I thought you were gonna say hail.
No.
Because you'd say, ah, hell no! ha. Ha ha ha. Um, But yeah, um, let's see. What other questions do I have for you? Do you have any more questions as far as biking goes?
I don't know actually.
If if you had the chance to try the two-seater bike or like one of those crazy bike like things, would you?
What do you mean?
The like those love bikes, or are they called love bikes? The bikes with like two sets of seats and two sets of pedals.
Oh, those? I'd try them out.
Who would you want to try it out with?
I don't know, my girlfriend if I ever get one.
um imagine if your girlfriend hated biking though.
Aw, that'd be sad.
Oh yeah, that would be sad. um I think this is the um episode that I've used the most stock images for, I think. Because
Really?
I don't normally look up images to um to post up here. They just tend to be um images that um or oh, it's called a tandem bike. Why
Yeah,
did
tandem bikes.
I was trying to call it a love bike. Do you want to know why I called it a love bike?
Why?
Because you'd actually probably would have to really love somebody to share that bike with them.
Probably.
That's why I called it a love bike. Because you wouldn't necessarily want to share a bike with your worst enemy, would you?
Yeah, no.
Actually, now that I said that, I probably would, so that I could make her do all the pedaling. But no, in reality, no, I wouldn't. Not at all. I was just joking about wanting to share a bike with her. Them. But yeah. Oh man. Anyways, so to go back to that like bike trolley, would you ever try the bike bar trolley?
Probably.
For me, it would depend on who I'm with.
Yeah.
Because, like I said before, I wouldn't want a fat lug not pedaling.
Yeah.
And now my question is, how is it that those bars get back to where they're supposed to go? Because I would think that after having a ton of adults having too much adult apple juice, and then trying to get them to pedal the bike to the trolley bar back would definitely be a hard thing to do.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine that!
Yeah, no.
No. I'm just thinking like a lot of grown men being having too much adult apple juice, being like, I don't want to go back. I don't want to pedal anymore. Wow. Wow, there's so many of these tandem bikes. Or you could just look up two-seater bikes. Oh, apparently there's two-seater electric bikes too.
Oh, okay.
Now the question is, would a two-seater electric bike go faster or slower than a one-seater electric bike?
I feel like it'd be the same.
It could go slower because it's heavier, or it could go faster because there's two people pedaling. I guess that would depend on how good. I guess that would depend on how good that those two were at pedaling versus what that one person is at pedaling. I think long distance it would be faster to just have one person because if one person because on those two person bikes if one person gets tired then the other one's going to be like so yeah. Anyways, so I'm gonna turn on my light. Hold on. Um Oh, one question that I forgot to mention. Do you like or hate night biking? Icy. Icy is still there? Icy! Wait, did I hang you up? Did I hang up on you? Ah! Oh my god! Why did I do this? Why? Alright. Why did I do this? Ah! Oh crap! I hanged up on you on my own show. I'm so sorry. At least I wouldn't be on a bike and crashing. My final question was my crap. All right. What's your thoughts on night biking? Do you like it? Do you hate it? What's your thoughts on it versus day biking? That's cool. And yeah, anyways, that's it for the show. Do you have any closing channel announcements where I basically ask you to repeat what you said during opening channel announcements because people weren't or there weren't many people here during that time? Ooh, that sounds exciting. So my closing announcements is there's gonna be salty singles on Friday. So and I'm gonna be starting salty singles at 2 p.m. And let's just say that I have absolutely nothing planned for the rest of the night. So on that Friday, so my plan is just to have people come and go as they please on air. I make sure that the people on that the people who have access to hop on air already have the requirements to be on air and specifically don't have a romantic partner because it's called the Salty Singles stream. Um it's just kind of funny. It's kind of funny for me to be like, haha, people who would normally be allowed on, haha, people who are normally allowed on my show. You have a bitch, so you can't get on this one. I haven't had to say that yet. People have been pretty good about it being a salty single stream. It's just a good aromantic way to celebrate a traditionally romantic holiday. So yeah. Um, Other than salty singles, apparently I don't have any Valentine's Day cards sent to me. So either one, no one made a Valentine's Day card, which is a-okay. That just means less work for me. Or somehow they got lost in the mail. Digital mail. They somehow got lost in the digital mail and they need to be resent again. So yeah. Also, um I'm still working on the will to start my next video, even though I have a already made video ready to post. I'm just not gonna post it this week because I meant to have it. I meant to have the Valentine's Day card exchange video on this Saturday, but it ended up not happening. And also, since I'm doing salty singles on Friday, I don't necessarily want to post the video I currently have available for that next Saturday. And yeah, anyways, do you have also a special note about the video I have finished? That video was actually made with my pre-testosterone voice. So it's gonna definitely feel weird going from me sounding like this to me sounding like that. And yeah, anyways, Ice, do you have an outro? Ice! How many of these shows have you been on and yet you have no outro? Bro, I mostly just post animations and also do stream shows. But even before I did stream shows, I still had an outro because end cards exist. But anyways, I platonically you could try streaming if you wanted to get like extra stuff on your channel. Come on, it would be fun. Come on, Ice. Oh, that would be such a shame. I love having you on here so I can banter with you and also so that I can also have a guest on this show. But yeah, anyways, let's have me say my outro now. I platonically love you, my donut batches. See you in the future to come.